City Buzz. We are here with Carly Foglia, who is so inspirational. She started her fitness journey, which then led her to the next level of becoming a registered dietitian. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
I'm so excited to be here.
Oh, I am so happy that you're here. I look at all of your posts on social media, and your food looks delicious.
Thank you.
It really does.
Thank you.
You have really taken everything in your life to the next level, and I find that to be amazing. Tell us how your fitness journey began.
Yeah, so when I think I was like a junior in high school, my dad and I went to Weight Watchers together, and I was always super overweight, like as a child. And at this point I was like very into my high school friends. They were all super thin, and like they were always, I don't know, like sharing clothes and stuff. And I was like, okay, like now is when I really want to start trying to lose weight. I mean, I was always trying to lose weight, even as a kid. So I went to Weight Watchers, and there's a lot of, I guess, stigma when it comes to Weight Watchers, especially like in my field. But I honestly think that that was the best thing for me at the time, to start losing weight. It really taught me how to see food and its value. And yeah, so just with Weight Watchers on my own, over the course of like a year-ish, I lost 100 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, that was fun. And then I plateaued a little bit. And then I went to, this is really a big mistake of mine in life, but right after high school, I went to the University of the Arts.
Oh, that's where I went.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah, definitely a big mistake of mine.
Wait, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, when were you there?
2013, I graduated.
Okay, I just missed you then.
I am a lot older
That
than
is
you.
so crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, I know Jenna went there.
Yeah.
She was like, she was in one of my classes one time, and like I heard her accent, and I was like, oh my God,
Someone
like I feel safe.
Me. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Said everyone made fun of me, and I'm the one from here.
Yeah, I like stuck out like a sore thumb there. I went there, and while I was there, like I hated being on campus. So I worked up there, and in between class and work, I would go to the gym, and I found a trainer, and he really taught me a lot about fitness and strength training. And at this time too, I was I made I say a lot, sorry.
No, you're fine, dude. I made like and everything.
Yeah, no, always.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, okay,
We're
good.
just hanging out, having a conversation.
All right, cool. But I made like a healthy, I guess, Instagram, just like a weight loss Instagram. And a lot of people were following it. A lot of people from like all over were following it. And I noticed that people were like, oh, can you help me do this? Can you help me do that? And he was like, you're so good at this. You hate art school.
Yeah.
You should go to Westchester. That's where he went. And he was like, you should be an RD. And I thought that that was the craziest thing in the world, because I thought that I had the worst relationship with food. Like I was trying to lose weight. I was still nowhere near where I wanted to be. But then like literally maybe a week or so later, he convinced me, and I went to Westchester that following semester.
So for me, during my breaks, I went and just ate a bunch of food. Or took walks in the city.
Yeah.
You did something positive. And you know, you found a trainer in the area, and you worked on your fitness, which was really, it's awesome.
Yeah, he was
especially
great.
While you were, you know, doing all the classes and stuff, it gets tiring. So that's, you know, I know for myself, I sometimes feel like I can't even get up to do any exercise. So having that motivation is really great.
Yeah.
And it's so cool that someone inspired you to do what you're doing now, right? So you could have been stuck doing art school and had a degree in it and literally did nothing with it.
Yeah, I remember going to like a installation, and the guy working was like, just be prepared to be in food service for the next 10 years to fund your art career. And I was like, okay. No, I'm done.
Yeah.
That's it.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And look at you, you're in the food service,
exactly.
like making the money.
Exactly.
Right?
I still wound up there.
But that's fine. You're doing something you love.
Yeah.
I just think that that's so cool. And you have 3 degrees in Westchester.
Yeah. So the first one was my bachelor's in science, and that's nutrition and dietetics. The second one is master's in community nutrition, and then the third one's not necessarily a degree. It's the actual dietetic internship. That's what all dietitians have to go through in order to sit for the exam. So that's like a certificate. So yeah, 3 times. I did not leave. I love Westchester, but yeah, it was a lot. Yeah. It was a big jump too, from going from like the art world and that schooling to going to like organic chemistry. And I thought that like going to school for nutrition, it would be like meal prepping and what I like to do. I did not really think that it was going to be all those like core science classes. So
no, that's interesting. Like when I went to UArts, it was, I didn't take like math or anything.
No.
I did like artsy classes, which was cool. It was something that I thought that I would do like when I was in high school, like do like a camp or something.
Yeah,
but instead I went to UArts. But I think that if I would have furthered it and did like actually like the classes, I would have been like maybe like a music teacher or something, right? But for you went to Westchester not like thinking that this is something that you would have done like the year prior, and you're taking chemistry classes. Yeah,
I was not prepared for that.
I would not have been able to do that.
No, not at all.
No, wow.
Yeah.
So you were doing all of that stuff.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Well, how was the campus there? That I do know a couple like people that go there now. I think a cousin of ours, Ava, she goes there.
Oh, really?
And yeah, she's actually in. We're at Satin Slipper right now. We'll just give a little shout out. And she really loves it there. You know, what are the types of things that you guys did there?
I love Westchester, the town. I think it's the cutest town. It's almost like old city vibes. But it's like, I don't know, like 3 blocks. So majority of my time there, I lived off campus, right in the heart of the borough. And I love it. I really do. I always say that like when I'm ready to like settle down, I'll move back out there. Another fun fact of mine is that right after college, when I got my kitchen that's out in Westchester, I moved out there. And I lasted a year. I moved right back to South Philly, like literally in October.
Us out of here.
No, so I'll go back, but like I need to be here for now. Yeah.
It's right now you're just settling.
Yeah,
you still have your kitchen there.
Yep. And I drive there every day.
How far is that from the
city? It's like 45 minutes. It's 45 minutes if I leave at like 6 in the morning, but coming home, it can be up to like an hour and a half.
Yeah, because of like work traffic.
Yeah. And there's like one road in, one road out type thing. So.
Okay, so that's probably why there's so much traffic.
Yeah.
But Prep by Carly is out of that kitchen.
Yep.
Okay, how did that get started?
So a professor of mine that I was super close with is friends with the people that own the kitchen. So the kitchen is it's called the Artisan Exchange. They're amazing people there. They own sort of like a warehouse, and then there's so many small businesses inside of there. So I got in there. I was in a tinier kitchen for about a year, and then I moved into where we're at now. And I love it. I have about 5 people in the kitchen with me, and then like 7 drivers.
Oh my God, wait.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Like you have staff?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like...
I cannot do this by myself. And they see the worst of me, but they are like my heart and soul. Yeah.
What? Oh my! You have like people working for you.
Yeah, which is crazy. And I'm a really bad boss in the sense where I don't like they walk in and I'm like, I don't know what I need you to do right now. So like you need to give me a little bit.
I know what I would be.
Yeah. And that is probably been the hardest part, is like looking at someone and you're like, I don't know what you need to do right now, and like also time's going by and like I'm losing money as I'm watching you because like you should be doing something. So that's really hard, and also like trusting people to do something when I have such a controlling.
That's what I would have trouble with.
Yeah, it's really bad.
I do that with everything.
It's really bad.
Yeah, like I'm like, it's not the right way. What are you doing here?
Yeah.
So right now you have a staff, right? But when you first started, what was that like?
So when I first started, I was at my mom's house. So it was like a South Philly kitchen. I used to tell her and my sister, like, you guys have to leave for the day. Nobody's allowed in here. I would set up all the little trays on our dining room table and just shove meals into the fridge. And like, I would have to like split it up because I wouldn't be able to fit everything in there. And then my sister bought a house in Jersey, so I moved over there. And I thought that that was just like the lap of luxury. And then we grew out of there, and then I went over to the Artisan. So yeah, working initially in like a South Philly row home is so humbling. Even when I look at the pictures, I'm like, I don't know how I worked with, because I had like a 1 pot, 1 stock pot, like 2 knives. Like, it wasn't anything what I have now. So I can't grasp that concept at all.
No, it's so humbling.
Yeah.
Like, wow, look where I started,
Yeah.
and where I'm at now.
Yeah.
And how did you get the clientele? Like, did you post things on social media?
Yeah, so actually one girl from the neighborhood reached out to me because she followed that Instagram, and she was like, hey, can you cook meals for me? And I was like, sure, yeah. And I just thought that she would never really follow up. And she was like, no, here's like $100. Like, what can you do? So I did that, and then she posted it to Instagram. The next day I woke up, there was like 2 more DMs. So it was just like gradual over time. And I was working through like DMs on Instagram for like 2 years.
Wow.
And then just working my way out of like the city into like center city, and then also into like the suburbs, and just finding one person from one neighborhood, and then
that's all
them
you need.
Branching out. Yeah. And like the best clientele I've gotten are like nurses. There's one unit at Jefferson, I don't know what unit it is. They have their own like promo code because of like how many staff members order for me, that it's just like in the little lunchroom. Yeah.
That's
so like
so
that
cool.
stuff like that, where it's just word of mouth, really. Like I've never put any money into marketing or advertising or anything like that.
Word of mouth,
Yeah.
from online and from people.
Yeah.
That just shows you how good your stuff is.
Yeah.
I mean, I look at...
Well, not yeah. I mean, to be so.
No,
Like,
own up to it. Like, seriously, yes, it's amazing. Your social media is so cool. I don't, like, do you have a camera that goes down when you're...
Oh, yeah. So I have a tripod
it's like
that like...
really professional.
Oh, thank you. And it's very funny that you say that, because I shove my dining room, my $25 from Facebook Marketplace dining room table up against the window so I get the light. And then it's just me like fighting my cats off of the food. And it's very funny to see like the stills of their like ears over the food while I'm... Yeah. I also, like, I always say to people, I don't cook at home because my cats are climbing all over everything.
Which is cool that like, you have your own kitchen.
Yeah.
And how do you come up with the menu? So for me personally, I have the hardest time coming up with food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And like you were talking about, like having, like you said, like in the past having issues with food. Like for me, like I always thought, oh, you eat, you gain weight, right? Like that's actually still like my mindset. Like I know it's wrong, but in the back of my head, I can't get it out. So I struggle with figuring out, what do you eat for breakfast? What do you eat for lunch? What do you eat for dinner? I have a sweet tooth. Of course, I'm gonna like say, okay, I'm gonna not eat all of these calories in the beginning of the day, so I can eat like my handful of hot chocolate, like chocolate chips. But I know that's wrong. How do you come up with a menu, like an extensive menu that you have? Like, does it switch? Like,
so primarily there's the set menu, and then there's weekly specials that switch in and out. What I always start with is the protein. I think that when you're building a meal, starting with the protein, whether it's like a plant-based protein, meat, fish, whatever, start with that and work your way out. So when I first started to lose weight, like I wasn't necessarily eating what my mom was cooking. So I would take the foods that I loved and sort of tweak them. So one thing early on that I really found that was super helpful, and I feel like a girl that you just interviewed brought this up, cottage cheese, when you blend it, it doesn't taste like anything, and it's so high in protein. So, and I think she did this too.
She made like a vodka sauce.
Yes. And you put it in there, and like just stuff like that, like taking spaghetti squash and pasta and mixing it together, so you're still eating that pasta.
I can't believe that you actually watched that full episode. That was a very long one.
No, I needed to like, I get so anxious over everything. So like I needed to like practice. So like I needed to like get used to how you talk so that I could be like, okay, she probably will ask me about this. Like I just hyperanalyze everything. So
there's nothing wrong with that.
yeah, I studied.
So you studied me.
Yeah. I really did. Yeah, I had to.
Now you know that I don't speak proper English. And
no, neither do I.
So
no, neither do I.
But no, that was like a really cool tip.
Yep.
That you do like the cottage cheese and you do a little bit of like tomato, like gravy and stuff. That's really cool.
And like,
still I need to try it.
Yeah. It's so easy. And then I'll do like cottage cheese with just like all these different spices and put it in mac and cheese.
Really?
Yeah. So
that cuts the calories down.
It cuts calories and it increases protein, which is like the bigger thing.
Okay.
I'm like, not that I'm like anti-cutting calories. I'm more so into like macros are a big thing, and even to sort of step away from that, but like just focusing on the food as it is. And this was like a very old Weight Watchers thing, was to use points as they were like currency almost. So just say, I don't know, like you have a donut, let's just say, and that's 5 points. And then you have a full like chicken fajita bowl and that's 5 points. What would you rather spend $5 on? Does that make sense? You know? Yeah. So sure, they're the same calories, but like what are you getting out of those calories? So that's kind of what I like to really focus on. I do think when it comes to like what you should eat, it's so specific to the person. Like I don't think two people should be eating the same thing and they're going to have the same results at all. So yeah.
So for you, how did you, like, I know that you do like, you know, your protein, right? You do your carbs. Is it like a lot like potatoes and like rice? Is most of it rice or is it kind of like mixed?
I try to keep like complex carbs as much as possible. It's pretty much usually potatoes, rice, pastas. But we do 5 ounces of protein, 3 ounces of carb, and then like 3 ounces of a veggie. And I try to do 2 different vegetables per meal. It doesn't always happen, but.
That's cool. And how do you figure out like the calories? Like that, I would have trouble with that as well. Like I wouldn't know if I had like a piece of salmon. Do you weigh it?
So we don't weigh it. This like something like the salmon, it comes in, we have them pre-cut.
Okay.
That's which is
good.
Really
That's
helpful.
really helpful.
But the chicken, we have like, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know the
containers?
Word. They're like scoops.
Oh, okay.
So the scoops are measured
out.
Yeah. I could not think of the word measuring. And they go by the 8 ounce, or sorry, the 5 ounce and the 3 ounce. So we use the scoops. I can now feel the ounces in my hand from just putting it in. But yeah.
So then you come up with the menu. Now your workers do exactly, like you have to teach them, like this is what I want done. And that's like how it pretty much goes for you?
Yeah, for the most part. And it's very funny that you said teach them, which like I feel like those my poor friends in the kitchen with me, because a lot of them have just been like watching what I do and picking up on it super quickly.
Now, are these people that are in school or are these people that are out of school?
So
like how did they become employees?
So 2 are family friends that have been with me. I need to shout out Jerry, who is like my angel. She's from Roxborough. She is like 5 foot and just a ball of energy, but she works circles around me. She's been with me since I was at my sister's house, so probably like going on 3 years. And then she's great. And then I have another person I just met through the Artisan. 2 people are students, and 1 guy we found from Indeed, and he has been a lifesaver. He's amazing. Yeah, and that was and I always like try to make sure that I sort of like mind my P's and Q's with him, and try to like act like I'm a real business, because I still don't feel like I am with him, because he doesn't really know me from anything, you know?
Yeah, it's not like he knows you from like, you know, the neighborhood or just from like a family friend, like you found them on Indeed.
Yeah, yeah.
That's,
So
like,
he
crazy.
like, this is like a legit job for him. And he's amazing. Again, like today, I ordered from Cisco and it was late, which is fine. But like he was waiting around for me, and I told him while we were putting the food away, I was like, we should be a pit crew. Like that was done in like literally 5 minutes. I was like, I should have timed this. This was incredible. And then most of my drivers are students. Actually, I think they all are, except for Mike Collins. He's from the neighborhood. Yeah, he's awesome. Never missed a week ever.
That's amazing.
He's been with me for like 3 years too. But yeah, that's everybody.
And you do breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or just lunch and dinner?
Yeah, we have breakfast too.
Okay. So, so someone can just go on your website.
Yep.
I looked at your website; it's really cool, and your pictures were so pretty.
Thank you.
And you can go on there, get some breakfast. Do you have to do it like? How do you do it? So, say I wanted it for like 3 days. Can you do that, or is it like a week thing?
So I do it for the week after. So just say you want food for next week, you have to order by the midnight on Wednesday.
And it doesn't matter. You don't have to do every day.
No, you don't have to do.
Oh, I want like three meals or something. Okay.
There's no like subscription or like commitment or anything like that, and like we're minimum or anything like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's really cool. Yeah. What are your favorite breakfast, favorite lunch, favorite dinner, and do you do dessert?
Yeah, we do have some like dessert-y things. Actually, we have a lot. Very Good Treats. Do you know her? She's great. She's in the Northeast. Yeah, Jacqueline Ferry.
I've heard of her things. She's on Instagram too, right?
Yeah.
She made cakes and everything.
Yeah. She makes the butter cakes that are all over.
I used to watch her things online.
Yeah. She does paleo baked goods for me.
That's gluten-free, right?
Yeah. What I have to think about it. But and her blondies are so freaking good. They're so good. Yeah, they're amazing.
So what is your favorite breakfast thing that you make?
What is my favorite? I really like the lemon ricotta pancakes. Although my like thing is overnight oats. So it's like I love to make them. And I make these overnight oats they're Snickers overnight oats, and people love them. So it's just like the base is Greek yogurt, flaxseed, oats mixed together. And then the like caramel part, it's just peanut butter and dates blended together. I'm giving away all my secrets. Let me stop. And then
we can just do the bare minimum.
Yeah.
It is the overnight oats Snicker version. Yeah. You want to try it.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah. And then
you don't have to give recipes.
Yeah. All right, let me stop.
So do you have any more?
And then for breakfast, or do you want me to move on?
We can do another breakfast.
What else do I really like that's on there? I do like chorizo and egg tacos. They're really good. I really like those. Yeah.
Like that's a fun way of eating. Like, your breakfast like as a taco.
Yeah.
And tacos. What about your lunch? So lunch and dinner go hand in hand kind of, or no?
Yeah, no, they're all the same. There's no like separation between lunch and dinner. I'm a big salad person for lunch. So I just started to do salads, and they've been really a hit. I do like an Italian chopped salad. So I'll do that, and then you can add on like a little baby protein side. So like 3 ounces of protein. So I'll do that with, I do like a crispy chicken, which have you ever heard of cassava?
I haven't. No.
Okay, so it's a root vegetable that gets broken down and turns into flour, and it's gluten-free. Yeah. And it mimics all-purpose flour. Great. So I'll make chicken tenders out of that, and then cut them up.
Do you buy that, or you have to do that yourself?
Oh no, yeah, I buy that.
I was going to say, that's a lot of work.
I buy that. Yeah.
I might try this.
Yeah. No, it's really good. It mimics flour well. Yeah.
That's cool. Can you bake with that? Probably not. Right?
No. Yeah.
You can.
Yeah. Wow. You need to scroll Pinterest because your life will be changed with the gluten-free stuff on there. Yeah.
Because we're eating boring right now. Like, we just really have the same things over and over and over again. And sometimes because of that, you result to some bad things, like bad choices. Like, we're just going to have, like, my mom, like, she's like, we're just going to have pasta with the, the sausage with the spinach. And like for me, then I'm like, okay, gluten-free pasta. But really, I'm just like, Yeah, but we eat it like
yeah, okay, yeah.
And the gluten-free pasta breaks up constantly.
Yeah.
Because it's so hard.
Yeah.
So after a while, I'm like, just give me the sausage and the spinach. And it's not full of filling.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
then I end up eating more. Like,
Yeah.
But so the salads are a really good thing. Do you make your own dressing, like different dressings?
Yep, we make our own dressing. I do like Caesar tahini.
Tahini, is that Greek?
Tahini Caesar.
Is that Greek? Tahini?
It's actually like a Middle Eastern,
Middle
so it's
Eastern,
just
okay.
sesame seeds, sort of like pulsed into like a paste.
Okay.
Sesame seed paste, and then we do like an Asian slaw. Have you ever had that like orange dressing from sushi restaurants?
Yes, I know exactly what you're
That's what
talking
I
about.
make in there too. It's just literally carrots,
Honey kind of thing?
Yeah, a little bit of honey in there too, miso and
cool.
ginger.
I love a salad.
Yeah, me too.
I'm big with salad. When I used to work in Center City, I used to go to Sweet Greens all the time.
Oh yeah. I love it. I think because it's such a good volume food, I feel like I'm eating so much more.
Yes.
You know?
I guess what, like after I'm done eating like a nice salad, I feel good about
Yeah.
myself. Even if the dressing really is terrible for you, and the stuff in there is not the best. Like for me, I can't really have like anything bad. If you think about it. But my like go-to for Sweet Greens is like I put sweet potato in my salad. Like I would have never in a million years would have thought about putting a sweet potato in there. I loved it.
Oh yeah, it's really good.
I miss working at Center City just for that purpose.
Yeah. No, I love Sweet Green.
Yeah.
They deliver.
Do they?
Yeah.
But
I don't know if
that's.
it is like
Delivery
$25 for
from Center City to South Philly, I would be having like a $35 salad.
Yeah.
Dinner. What are some of your? I know that I saw the salmon because I was like, wow, I definitely need to try that.
I do really like. It's actually coming up this week. Pistachio crusted salmon. It's so easy to make, but it is really good. What else do I really like?
And can the person choose their like their side? Like, could I say, oh, I want potatoes, oh, I want rice, or it's kind of like set?
Yeah, it's all set in there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
So easy. Like you just go online and you say this is what I want.
Yeah. And the website has changed my life.
It looks really easy to use. Like I went on there and was just like scrolling around, and you have someone delivering it. They don't have to pick it up.
Yep.
Like what a service.
Yeah, especially when it was snowing. I have to give props to my drivers. I was like, I couldn't sleep the night before because I was like, they're all gonna call out. None of them called out, and I was like, okay, this would have been so ideal me if I didn't have my own meal prep company. If I just like had my meals delivered to me, and I didn't have to go grocery shopping and like fight people for milk, you know. So yeah.
So what is the price range of your meals?
Yeah, so they range in price from like breakfast items will be like $8 to $12, and then entrees are about like $12-ish to $16-ish dollars. It just depends on the protein really. And then
It's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Like just think when you go to the grocery store and how much you're spending.
And a lot of times what I do and what I say is that when you're cooking, you're throwing away so much, you're wasting so much. And sometimes even if you're meal prepping for yourself, you're making like the same stuff because you're trying to like make bulk, and then by the end of the week you're like sick of it. So I make the bulk and then spread it out to different people so you can get a variety of meals.
I think that that's also something that I struggled with. Like me and my husband, we tried to do like the meal prepping thing like a few years ago.
Yeah.
He can eat the same thing constantly. Me, on the other hand,
no,
I get sick of it after like day 2.
Yeah.
I'm like, please,
No,
I can't do it. I cannot. Like, but your stuff is something I would definitely like eat. Like it looks tasty. Like it makes you excited to eat. You know, and you don't have to spend the time on cooking.
Yeah.
So like really, like you talked about like the nurses, like they're working like 12-hour shifts. Like they're eating their dinner there. Like that's so convenient for them. And they're eating like a good meal. They're not eating junk that's in like a cafeteria or something. So I think that's great too. Elevated Eats. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so they're like such an amazing company. It's a couple that found it, and they started. The woman that founded it, her name is Amanda. She started cooking for one athlete, and I think she maybe got like 2 or 3 more. And I guess like their pregame ritual was to eat like this specific meal, and they like swore they won that year. It was the Avalanche in Denver. they won that year, and they like swore that like that was because of her meals. Yeah, yeah. So then
crazy what we did.
Yeah. And I think that, I really hope I'm not butchering this, but I think one of them got traded, and he was like, I still want your meals. Like, how can we figure it out? And they found someone in that city, trained them, and then that person in that city was then, you know, the elevated each chef for whatever city it was. And then that kind of expanded. So they're in like every major city. They're so amazing. I like have gone back to my sports nutrition education from college and like being able to put it into like the athletes that are literally at the peak of their game, you know? So that's been so fun. Yeah.
How did you get involved with that? Did someone like find you online?
Yeah, so Amanda found me, I think. She DM'd me and I was like, okay, this is kind of cool to be true.
Yeah.
And then I spoke with her husband, who's TJ, who was like partners with her. And yeah, and then I talked to him. I was like, hey, this seems pretty cool. And like, literally that was like a Tuesday. On Friday, I was flying to Denver. This is the craziest thing I've ever done. Flew to Denver. I'm so dumb. I flew in and I was like, okay, I need to be back in the city by like Monday. I don't want to miss this opportunity. Let me just fly out like just Sunday. And I was like, it'll be fine. Like I'll fly out at 5 and then.
The time difference?
Yeah. I was up for like 27 hours. And I was like, oh my God, but it's fine. It's worth it.
Yeah.
It's all fine. It's all good. But yeah, that was fun. And I don't know. I was just like, also it was like October and I didn't know what Denver weather was. I had like a parka and I was walking around, it was like 70 degrees. And I was like, okay, this is really embarrassing.
So we went to Denver in November of like 2018, I think it was. And we did a food tour in Denver. It was really cool. It was before I was diagnosed with celiac disease. At one point we had like a reindeer hot dog. I was like, this is disgusting. It was awful. It was the worst thing I've ever had in my entire life. But there's some really good things. Like I had like an empanada. Like we went to, I think that was like my number one thing that I've ever done was this food tour.
Yeah.
Because it was so cool. Things that you would never eat before. Like, and if I was able to in every city, I would.
Yeah. It seems like such a cool town.
It is. They have an Eagle sports bar there, which is really cool.
Yeah. I did know that.
Yeah.
That's very funny because they were playing that day and I saw all of these people in Eagles gear. I was like, is this like some sort of Inception thing? Like,
what is
how
happening?
do they know I'm here? Like, this is crazy.
How do they know I'm here? Are they following me?
But I was like, this is weird. But then, yeah, I saw that. I think one of the people at the Elevated Eats told me that. I was like, oh, that's kind of crazy. It's random.
I really did. I liked Denver. I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
We got lost and went on a hill.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I felt like it was the end of me. But now I'm here.
And that airport is like, maybe it's because I was up for 20 hours, but it was like crazy. Like I
gotta be honest, I don't remember the airport
Okay,
at all.
good.
No,
it was kind of scary.
The airport is from Key West to Philly, and it was god awful.
Yeah.
But no, that's really neat. And so you make these foods for them. Do they give you the menu? You had to learn how to cook the food.
Yep.
For them?
So they sort of supply everything for me. I just follow their recipes, and a lot of pretty much all the food gets supplements put into it. So it's stuff that like I can't really provide on my own through them. So it's been a great experience.
So like what different like protein powder, stuff like that?
Yeah, supplements, just like even like CBD oil goes in some stuff, a lot of collagen. What else do I put in this stuff?
Vitamins
and then there's a lot of, there's like, oh my God, what is this thing called? I feel so dumb right now. I forget.
Okay.
But a lot of like herbal supplements like lion's mane, reishi, cordyceps, they're all like mushroom powders that are broken down that are super good. Adaptogens, which are like functional foods.
When you put them in the food, you can't eat.
Yeah.
It's not like you're taking a vitamin.
Yeah.
You're literally eating.
And you don't have to think about it. It's all like brought to you.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's awesome.
That's amazing. And they're all people in Philly, like Philly players.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're the Philly girl.
Yeah.
That's making the food.
Yeah, I'm the Philly girl.
Oh yeah.
It's been fun. Yeah. It's really cool.
And you were just like top like person for like meal prepping delivery, correct, in Philly?
Oh yeah. So last year, which was the craziest because there's so many great meal prep companies here. I cannot believe that they picked me. And it came out on my birthday, which was,
what a sign.
I know. I literally, so I got like the text that it was like 11:59 on July 21st, and I just sobbed my way into my 27th year.
And guess what? What a great year.
Yeah.
What a great birthday gift.
I know.
And it's so like rewarding, right?
Yeah.
Like to just be recognized.
Yeah, I have really bad imposter syndrome where it's like,
What is that?
Okay.
Tell me.
It's just like where you're just like, I'm not good enough to be doing what this is. Everybody doesn't actually like.
I get it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it was like, why do these people buy my food? This is so crazy type of thing. So to see that and to see like, oh, like you are up there with what I think are, I just always say like, I feel like I'm not a real business. What I think are the real businesses of Philly, it's crazy. And the little slogan that comes with everybody's little plaque, I think it says like, out of all the people in Philly Magazine, out of all of the people in Philly that do what we do, Philly Magazine thought we were the best. Oh my God. I was like, that is so sweet.
That got you.
That got me. and I hung it up on my wall in the kitchen. And like every day I'm like, when I'm like mopping the floor, like sobbing at 10 o'clock at night, because I'm like, I want to go home. I see that. I'm like, okay,
it's worth it.
Yeah, it's worth it.
So you're doing an event for Philly Magazine. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so it's at Bach, the old high school.
Right in South Philly.
Yeah. And essentially the event is almost like, I keep saying it's like field day, where they have different, just different rooms with different events going on. So there's a lymphatic massage in one. There's, I think, talk therapy in one. There's like a Pilates class.
Wait, this is all in one day?
Yeah, it's all in one day.
What day is this?
May 19th.
I am coming.
Yeah,
this is going to be a great day.
I'm like getting excited.
I'm getting excited too. Wait, what time is this?
I believe it starts at 10:30 to 2:30. And then I will be having sort of like a meal prep workshop. So I'll teach you how to basically take food items that maybe you buy every week or maybe that you have in your pantry or freezer and make multiple meals out of them. Talk about like nutrition education of all that, and then really focus on budgeting.
So this is something that I really need.
Yeah, it should be fun. It's the first time I'm ever doing it, so I'm really scared, but it'll be fun.
No, you're going to be amazing. I'll be the front row.
Thank
I'm
you.
coming.
Thank you so
I am
much.
so excited about this.
Oh, thank you.
So there's just in Bach, got to get tickets.
Yep, you can get tickets, I think, Be Well Fest Philly.
Okay, we'll put a link.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm pretty sure it's $45. And then me personally, through my workshop, you'll be able to take home meals because I'll have like a spread out of like, here are some proteins, and then you can go around and make your own meals.
That's so amazing.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Now, is it $45 just for you, and then you do the other ones, or is it just
I
for
think
the whole
it's
thing?
to enter $45.
No
Yeah,
way.
and then there's a big marketplace at the bottom with all vendors from health and wellness around the city.
This is so cool. Bach does a lot of amazing things.
It's incredible.
So I've never actually been in Bach since they fixed everything up. I've only did like the beehive for like the kids.
Yeah.
And I thought that was so cool. And my mom always kept saying they have tons of stores in there. And so I've never had that opportunity.
You can get married in there.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
And I know there's a bar upstairs.
Yeah. The bar's really nice.
You can get married in there? I need to
It's like
check
the
this
gym.
out.
It's like kind of cool. It's the gym.
Going on May 19th.
Yeah.
This is nuts. This is so
Really
crazy.
cool. Yeah.
I can't believe it. We have so many like crazy little things in the city.
Yeah, for sure.
That's so cool. And I need to know about you talking to the students in Westchester because to me, I feel like that's like a full circle moment, right? Like,
Oh, for sure. And I always say to them too, like specifically there's this Student Dietetics Association. When it was really cool too that this past semester I was able to do a scholarship in my dad's name.
Wait, that's so nice.
Which was really cool. So she got it like on Monday, and then when I talk to them, I'm just like, if you guys if I can do it, you can do it. I promise. Because being a dietetics major is so cutthroat because when you do the dietetic internship that we all have to do, there's only so many spots open. So I always felt like when we were there, it was always kind of like we're all pitted against one another. So I was like, please, guys, please relax. Like, enjoy undergrad, please. So yeah, I was talking to them. And another thing, which I think I forgot to mention to you too, is this summer I am going to be a professor at, please.
A professor?
Please, don't even.
What?
At Jefferson University. So I'm going to be doing their food service and food management class.
Are you kidding?
For summer. I don't know. And like, I don't know. I've never taught. I don't know. I'm not qualified to do this. I don't know how I've become qualified to do this.
This is insane.
Yeah.
Look
so
at you.
It'll
doing
be
so many amazing things.
It'll be fun. Those students, I'm going to be like, we're in this together because I don't know what I'm doing.
Guess what? This is going to be so great for you.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that, to me, when that happens,
you're going to have a professor on your list.
Yeah, that'll be like, okay, this is kind of crazy. So
you give them like homework and stuff?
Yeah, like grade. Like I have to grade. Like
How
I was always, I don't
this?
know. That's the other thing. I have no idea. But I was always like a suck up to teachers. Remember like teachers used to let you grade?
Yeah, I loved it. Oh. Well, guess what? I always got the worst grades, but it's okay.
Same,
I used to want to be right in front of the teacher and say, okay, go to the office and bring
yep.
stuff. That was me.
I'm so full.
Yeah.
Or like going into like another class. Yeah. Oh my God.
Like they would say, oh, bring this to like, I used to go to Annunciation. Where'd you go?
St. Monica.
Yeah, so I used to be like, oh, bring it to the 5th grade teacher. I walk in.
Yeah.
I was like a little 2nd grader. It was like my brother's class.
Oh my God.
Or like someone that's like friends with my brother.
Yeah.
Like their
That's
stuff.
amazing.
Now, I like, when you think about like your childhood, right? Like you think about like your grade schools and stuff and like the different neighborhoods. So you're from like St. Monica's parish, as you could say, right?
That's so funny.
Isn't that funny, right? Because that's how we knew everybody. It's not like that anymore, right? You're from the St. Monica's parish. I'm from the Annunciation parish.
Yeah.
But those are like memories that we keep with us. Like what are some like core like South Philly childhood memory that you have?
Oh, geez. I always loved, like, I loved the walkathon days.
Are you kidding?
Like,
wait,
I don't know. Maybe it's just like because I didn't like want to be in the school. Yeah.
Same. Walkathons, dance-a-thons, and field days were my favorite days of the year.
I loved it.
Me and you were very similar.
Yeah. I don't know, like, outside of, like, school, growing up in South Philly, like, I just loved just, like, playing in the street and, like, playing outside. Like, me and my sister and our neighbors would always play football. And I don't know, I just thought it was so fun, like, and, like, the ice cream truck coming up.
Yeah. While we were setting up, we heard the ice cream truck.
Yeah. Always, like, running in between cars as a car goes by. Like, that is such a specific feeling in my mind, like, just, like, waiting for a car to go by and then you run back out. Yeah. And that's a very funny thing that you bring that up because everybody would call car just like that. And I'd be like, what? And they would like make fun of me for it. Yeah. I'm like, what? But yeah, that's a very like distinct memory of mine.
No, it's the truth. Like you playing in the middle of the street, everyone's like, a car's coming.
Yeah.
And here you go. Car, nickname, what's happening?
What's going on? But yeah.
No, those are like, I remember that too. Like just having those types of memories. And I love that. That's so crazy. Like, that's so nice. And your mom, your dad, like you guys lived, you said 18th Street, right?
Yeah, 16th and Ritter. So
16th, I'm sorry.
Right up from Petito's Bakery.
Oh, that's great. That was like your neighborhood bakery.
Yep.
Right. I love that. And what year did your dad pass away?
2014.
2014.
So it was my freshman year of college, I should say.
Okay.
So that was also like a really big catalyst into me really wanting to help other people lose weight and like become healthy. Like we lost him basically from like complications to type 2 diabetes.
Okay.
So like a lot of my schooling, I was really into diabetes education. And there's like a specific certification that you can get as a dietitian that I still kind of want to if I find time to do it.
Yeah, I mean, now you're being a professor. I don't know where you're finding that time at.
It's a very interesting disease. And I think that it is definitely very preventative. So, yeah.
So, you know, your dad like was like an inspiration for you to do all of this
for
stuff.
sure. Yeah.
And like, I know for me, like, you know, you think like when someone passes away, you go down like a dark spot and you don't, you know, want to do anything, right? For you, you did the complete opposite.
Yeah.
Like you did this in your dad's honor, which is so great. And you're doing so amazing at it. Like,
Thank you.
just think, like, what year did you graduate college?
Oh God, 2019.
So 2019, you graduated college. In 2024, 25, you're going to be a professor.
Yeah.
Did this register for you yet? Because
no, that is
to
really
me, I
crazy.
think this is amazing.
Thank you.
And you have your own business.
Yeah.
Like, you should be so proud of yourself.
I want to like bring you around with me everywhere. Just talk to me.
Oh, I'll talk to you. I'll say, hey, listen, you are doing great things.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Because, you know, when you're doing it, you don't register.
Yeah.
And I understand that. Like, you know, you're constantly working. Like, people don't realize you posting the stuff online is like work.
So much work. That's a full-time job. I always say that. I always say that. Like, and I always get so annoyed with myself when it comes to like social media, because it's like 2 posts a week, 2 reels a week. And I'm like, oh my God. And every time I like get upset or whatever, I'm like, that is an actual job one person has, like in a business. Like that's their only
It's the
thing.
truth.
So like a lot of small businesses, they run their Instagrams.
I still can't figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm like really terrible at it. But you're doing it. Like,
Thanks.
I really enjoy watching your stuff.
Thank you.
Like looking at you making the food.
Yeah.
Because people like watching that stuff, like seeing, and you're giving them people ideas of what they can make.
Yeah.
It's really neat.
Yeah. I love doing the recipe videos, and people are always like, aren't you scared that somebody's gonna like take your recipes, or like they're not going to order from you because they can make it themselves? I'm like, that has never been an issue, because I don't think that it is, if you can look up a recipe and make it, it's people don't want to, they don't have the time to.
Yes.
That's where my customer base is. So they love watching me make it, and it's almost like they feel like they know me, and they're like more comfortable buying food from me because they can see how I make it.
Exactly. No, I agree with that. And like I said, some people don't have time to cook. Some people don't have time to go. Nowadays, both parents are working, right? And like just for instance, like if a mom and dad, like they're working, right? And who's picking their kid up from school? Who's taking them to practice? Who's doing this and that? They don't have time to go food shopping. Like, you come in handy that way.
Yeah.
Especially like if someone's working a full-time job and they want to go to the gym, like there's not enough time in the day. Like some people are working 2 jobs just to make sure that they can afford life right now. Like everything's so expensive.
Yeah.
And I just think that like your services, not only like they're convenient, but like they're good too. It's not, you're not giving people trash. Like you can just think your meals are like between $8 to $16. If you go to like McDonald's or something, you're spending that.
Yeah.
And that's junk. Like that's like actual junk. I would rather spend money on a good meal that you're cooking for that money than the trash that you're getting there.
Yeah.
You can't get it. Like, remember before you used to go to the dollar menu?
Yeah.
They don't got that no more, right? No. Like, please, my grandparents used to take me to fast food restaurants all the time. Always. Like, that was the thing. Because back then, like, when it first, like, started happening, like, we didn't know any better, right?
Yeah.
I just love how so many people are so into, like, the good food now.
Yeah, and it has definitely changed a lot within the past, I would say like 5 years, that like wellness has become more popular than weight loss or even like fitness. It's just like wellness. And I've been on my own journey trying to like really start to lose weight again, and I didn't change anything, but it was my cortisol levels being so high that was making me not lose weight or gain weight. And doing things that helped out my overall wellness have really helped, like reducing stress and stuff like that, which has become really popular now.
So tell me about that, because like that's something that maybe I need to get checked on. No,
I think any, especially women, I think any women should get their cortisol level checked.
No way.
Yeah.
So like the cortisol level, is that like a happy energy? Like what is that exactly?
No, it's
because I'm
sort of stop. They're not. It's sort of like the exact opposite. So cortisol is like almost like your adrenaline hormone. I could be so wrong, by the way. Like,
no, guess what? You're really
trying to go back.
Now you saying that adrenaline.
Yeah.
Like one of my son's teachers was telling me the reason why he doesn't sleep is because his cortisol level is extremely high.
Yeah.
Okay, now I know exactly what cortisol is. I had to think for a second.
And a lot.
We have the audience telling us it's a stress hormone.
Yeah. And it's like, if your cortisol levels are high, it also like helps you. I mean, not doesn't help you. Let me start this over. This is like some
scientific
books.
Stuff.
It also raises your blood sugar, and it also like just makes your body feel like you're at a constant state of panic. And it could be like that if you're doing burpees or if you're like running away from a bear. Like it's the same cortisol being released. So like my favorite thing in life to do is go to SoulCycle.
What is that?
Oh my God.
Is that like a cycling class?
Yeah, it is.
It hurts my butt though.
I don't know. I am obsessed with it. I am obsessed with going. I love the instructors in Philly. They always do Taylor Swift rides. I am obsessed with going. And I would go like 4 times a week.
What is a Taylor Swift ride?
Oh, she just plays like Taylor Swift music.
No way.
I swear to God.
How motivating.
Oh my God. I love it. But it's just high impact the whole time, high energy, like a HIIT workout the whole time. And that, me being stressed out all day, me going home at like 7 and eating a full meal, me up all night, not sleeping a full 8 hours, that's what was really doing it for me. So I tried to cut back on SoulCycle, and like, to me, that was such a weird concept because it was like, no, this is making me burn all these calories. Why is it making me gain weight? And no, that wasn't directly happening, but all these factors were like feeding into it. So I got really into Pilates.
I hear that's like super popular right now. My cousin does Pilates all the time.
Yeah.
She's been trying to teach me for 2 months.
Yeah,
It has not happened.
it's hard, and it's like athletes are doing it now, professional athletes. And I love being on the reformer, so the little like it looks like a sled or something. And you like no, you kind of like lay on it. I really like
she
that.
has a machine too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that, and just like trying to like meditate, and sleep is like the big thing. Sleeping 8 hours has changed my life. But yeah.
Wellness is so important.
Wellness over everything.
Wellness over everything.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah, let's do it. Wellness over everything.
Yeah.
By Prep by Carly.
Thank you.
We're going to I have like just 3 questions. Like it's just like a rapid fire.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I'm scared.
No, like literally easiest things ever. Okay. Sprouts, Trader Joe's, Whole Foods.
Sprouts. Easy, Sprouts.
Why?
Why? Because they have the variety of everything. Oh my God, this is incredible. What a question. Trader Joe's is great because they specifically have Trader Joe's items, but they like get old. Also, Trader Joe's is really good at marketing bad food.
You can curse.
Okay. Okay. Bad food is being healthy. A lot of the stuff has a lot of sugar in it. And a lot of like, I don't know, a lot of it has a lot of added sugar in it. And I don't know. It does have really good, cheap produce though.
Okay.
Whole Foods, ever since Jeff Bezos bought it, it's nothing special. It's like an Acme to me. I'm also in there so much that I can't even stomach it. Sprouts is just a small Whole Foods. It has everything I need. It's all those like very niche, very clean ingredient products that I love. It's fairly cheap. They have a really good like hot section, like hot bar section. My new thing is rotisserie chicken.
Love it.
Like I could eat a whole one for
Me
dinner.
too. Are you kidding?
So I get that there. I love Sprouts.
Love it.
Yeah.
So
and they have good
crazy.
snacks and stuff. Sorry.
No, we love Sprout.
I love Sprouts. I'll die on that hill.
But I also love rotisserie chicken.
Yeah.
So they also have like milk in a glass jar.
Yeah, raw milk.
That's so cool.
Yeah, raw milk's very good
Is
for
it?
you. Yeah,
I think that's so neat.
Yeah.
We were like on a kick of like going to Sprout constantly,
it.
and we would bring back the milk thing so they could,
Oh, they redo it?
yeah.
They refill it?
No, it'd be like you bring it back and you get like $2 off, and then you get,
Making it so real.
little fun.
And I
facts.
do like Sprouts where they have that like bulk section in the middle of like nuts and like trail mix and stuff.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Yeah, Sprouts is real. So the only time I've ever been in Trader Joe's when I worked up Center City. My judge used to go there all the time, so we used to go there. Whole Foods, I was probably in there one time my entire life.
It's overwhelming.
Like one time, I think I went to the area that had like the desserts because I was looking for like a gluten-free cake because I'm a lunatic. When everyone has a party, like a family party, I have to have a dessert.
Yeah, you do.
I have to have a dessert.
You do.
So I find a way to have one. Sprouts, we used to love it there though. Like it was just very clean.
Yeah.
The stuff was good. I loved it. But Giant, they have some stuff there.
Giant's stepping it up. Giant's competing for sure. Also, Wegmans is like,
I think Wegmans,
Mecca.
like I think that steps up from everyone.
well, yeah, and also it's kind of hard to compare because like
Wegmans has everything.
yeah, and there's none like here.
Nothing,
Like I go to the
no.
one out in Glen Mills.
Yeah, like that's
So,
you go
yeah.
in Jersey. They have the Wegmans, and it's huge. It's humongous.
The one in Cherry Hill is
Yes.
crazy.
We went there a few times, and like you get like the hot meals, stuff like that.
Yeah,
They had like pizza or something there before. Now I think that's a really cool store.
Yeah.
Like when you're in Jersey, like if you go in there.
Yeah.
No, it's cool.
For sure.
All right, your favorite Philly event. Like that could be like a festival,
God.
sporting event. What is the first thing that comes to your mind? Your favorite Philly event?
Okay, this is gonna be so embarrassing, but parade day. Like, oh my god, I'm so embarrassed.
No.
Parade day.
Which parade day?
St. Patty's Day parade.
Okay.
Yes, because oh my god,
Second Streeters are going to be real happy with you.
I have been adopted into the Second Street community. All of my friends live down here. They're gonna be so embarrassed. I'm telling you this right now.
No, do it.
And New Year's Day is fun. New Year's Day is amazing. But there's so many people here. Like there's so many people. And like the first few years that I've been adopted, I was like, this is the best day ever. And it was, but no, like St. Patty's Day, so much fun.
Just all neighborhood people.
A big fat freaking Octane.
Oh yeah, from Fat Tuesday.
Please, dear God, give me it. Oh, it's my favorite day.
There's a lot of people who love that day.
Yeah, I love it. I love it because it's like the first day you can go out and like it's starting to get nice.
Yeah.
But let me think of another answer.
No, I think that's a great one.
Okay, cool.
No, I do.
Yeah.
We love St. Patty's Day right here. That's like a necessity in my family. Our son wears the 2JIA stuff.
That's so cute. I do love the little hats and the scarves.
No, it's cool. No, I agree with you. Like New Year's Day, I mean, we're in a mummers club right now. Like,
sorry.
Is that crazy?
Oh,
no, New Year's Day is great. But I understand like when after the parade's on like on Broad Street, Convention Center, like you're coming down here and there's people from all over, like people that aren't from here.
Yeah.
They come down for the party down here. That's fine. Like, celebrate, whatever. But on St. Patty's Day, it is literally your neighborhood.
Yeah. And I just love oh my God, they're going to kill me. I love like the brass bands and like the sound of it. And I love when they like, we're at like a wedding and they like just show up. I'm like, this is incredible. I'm like, you guys are like born and this just happened.
Yeah, like you feel the energy.
I love it. I love it so much.
That's what South Philly's all about.
Yeah.
Like when you think of it, like, I mean, Mummers Row is like one of the staples here, and the culture here is so different than anywhere else. Like you're not going to get it anywhere else.
I always like try to like say like, please go to like Iowa and like explain a mummer to someone.
That's so funny that you said that because I can't give out too much detail, but I was literally asked to do this like a week ago. And explain Philly and the mummers.
Really?
And it was the easiest thing to do for me.
Oh, okay.
the person understood it.
Oh,
and it
okay.
was really, really cool because I was like, wow, I actually made someone
Yeah.
understand it. Now, I tell people about the mummers all the time.
Yeah, it's very like New Orleans
Exactly.
thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like just our culture in general
Yeah.
is like you've never seen before.
Yeah.
It's just the type of people that we are.
Yeah.
We're really nice, but we'll slit your throat in 2 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, jeez.
I think you're a lot nicer than me.
No, I know. I will say this too. When I'm in the kitchen and like my like people tell me this too. They're like, "Oh my God, like calm down." I'm like, "Sorry."
It just fires you up.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm really not this mean. I swear to God.
Now it's just something in us.
Yeah,
Just a little.
yeah. Yeah.
All right. So, the best place that you've ever vacationed, if you think of it,
Oh my
like
gosh.
all the places, because I know you went on vacations.
Oh my God. I mean, this is gonna be a hard one. I went to London when I was a senior in high school, and I went with like my 4 friends and my sister. Which my sister was 19 and we were all like 17, and she like was in charge, which was crazy. I think being 18 in London was such an incredible experience, but for so long when I started this business, I couldn't really do anything. I worked on the weekends. I couldn't really leave. And this past, I guess it was like last August, me and my friends went to Lake Powell, and then we went to Zion National Park. So it's like Lake Powell's right in between Arizona and Utah, and then Zion's in Utah. And it's just such another world. Like we felt like we were on Mars in the lake, and it's just like, this is like America. It's so crazy.
There's so many places that you can go to.
Yeah.
In America.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to Europe to see beautiful things.
Yeah, and I do have so many places that I want to go here. Obviously, I want to go back over to Europe, but also another amazing place is Bermuda.
Okay.
I went on a cruise, and it just went to Bermuda, and I was like, this is like, the water here is unbelievable, like unreal. So
Was it like see-through?
yeah, oh yeah, and like the sand was like pink almost.
Here we are, Wildwood.
Yeah. No, I do love going.
Yeah. Do you do the spin classes in Wildwood? I know that they have. No, they have them right next to the juice bar.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they have like it's like the soul whatever. It's
Soul
like,
cycle.
Yeah, they just pull up their gate and they have all these cycles.
Oh my God.
And next to it is Juice Pod.
I love Juice
Yeah,
Pod.
I think it's right next door. They opened last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Juice Pod is so good. And like
Their juices are like $9 stuff.
yeah. But sometimes I will get like a smoothie, and it's like, this is a meal for me. Like this is good.
I think of it. I think of a smoothie as a meal.
Yeah.
I know people get mad at me when I say it, but like I do. I think that a smoothie for me is a meal.
Yeah.
And I like having it like on
Yeah.
the beach. Like
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
much of a drinker, like especially like on the beach. Like I can't do it. I have to run after my son.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
gonna drink a smoothie.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I'm gonna
Yeah.
do. But Juice Pod's great. But yeah, like next door, like 2 doors down, they have like a spin class, which is like really, really cool because like here I am like walking on the boardwalk and I'm like, wow, good job, you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Motivation. Maybe I
get
need
'em.
to get some
Yeah.
of that. No, it's really neat.
It's exciting. It's
When you
good to
go to the vacations, like how do you stay motivated? Like in like eating and like do you work out when you go to these places? Like just try to stay active?
No, like I do try to enjoy myself when I'm on vacation. Like I'm not going to get up and do like a workout in the morning when I'm on vacation. I will say like a lot of times you don't realize how active you are when you're even just at the beach. Like even I'm a big, I call it wave jumper. I will not sit on that beach. I will be in the water from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Like I will be in the water. Like I don't care who's with me. So just like, even just like standing there, you're like constantly moving around, fighting the waves, the current, whatever. And you're just like active. You are just so much more active on vacation. If I'm traveling, I'm eating the food. Like please. Especially if you're not in America. Do you know how many people go to Italy and lose weight?
Really?
Yeah, just because of the stuff that is, there have become very good with gluten-free stuff.
Yes, but also like the stuff that's in Italy, like even their flour and stuff is so different than what we
Yeah,
have
yeah,
here.
yeah. You might be able to eat the pasta over there. Yeah.
Like I've like heard of so many different studies that like the way our flour's processed here is terrible.
Yeah, yeah.
Compared to
like everything else.
Like they're killing us here. People in Italy are gonna live forever.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to go there.
Yeah.
But no, that's like a place where I really, really want to go. And at the moment, I literally know there's 4 of my cousins there, 2 of my friends, and a couple that we just went to their wedding. They're all in Italy at the same time.
Oh,
How
wow.
wild is that?
Yeah.
They're like, I'm going to know like 8 people or whatever that are in Italy at the same time.
Yeah.
Like that's wild.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Now, that's a spot where I want to go.
Yeah.
Is Italy. Like before I die, that's where I'm going.
Yeah.
Is Italy.
Yeah. I want to go to Greece.
Greece
and
is,
Italy. Yeah.
Greece is like, I heard, see, if I could like do like a European tour, that would be so cool, I think.
I think another big bucket list for me is Australia.
Okay.
But that flight is like a day long, so I would have to go for an extended period of time. But I don't know, I have some places I would like to go, but
I love bucket lists.
Yeah, and I'm trying to do like a small again, because I was so confined the first year or so when I was doing this by myself that I didn't really get to do much on the weekends or like travel. So I have a lot of like even summer bucket list stuff just like around here.
Yeah, like things, because we have so much stuff here.
Yeah.
Like I had no idea that Bach did all that stuff.
Yeah,
I'm still amazed.
Yeah, there's so much stuff.
Writing it on my calendar that I'm going to that thing.
Please.
Someone needs to watch my son.
Bring it.
Oh no.
Okay.
This is going to be a time for me. Okay. We need some time for me.
Yeah.
I need to learn how to eat better from Carly.
Yeah.
That's what I need to do. So tell me about like your favorite chef growing up.
Very funny. Another thing about like going to school and going to St. Monica's, I used to go home for lunch always. And I would always watch the Food Network channel. And I would always watch Emeril and Rachel Ray. Rachel Ray was like, that's who I wanted to be when I grew up. But Emeril, and me and my dad used to watch Emeril all the time.
Bam.
Yeah, you kind of scared me. But he was just so funny, and like I felt like he was like my uncle or something. And we waited for like 2 hours in line, and like I got to meet him and stuff. So I have a book somewhere with his like signature on it.
My dad used to have like a recipe book.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like we all loved them because it reminded us of people from here. Yeah, I used to like that.
Yeah, so fun.
No, that's really cool.
But yeah, I love them too. I love Barefoot Contessa too.
I don't know who that is.
I don't even know how to explain her.
Yeah.
She's like a very, do you know the trend where it's like coastal grandmother trend?
No.
Okay, it's like people that are into
Not
like
trendy.
No, it's it's people are into like pastels and like the beach, and
I feel like this is me.
Yeah.
I like pastels and beaches.
Yeah. It's like it's called like coastal grandmother vibe.
Coastal grandma.
Exactly. And like she is that vibe for me. So I really like her too. Yeah.
When you talked about like the going home for lunch.
Yeah.
That is so like people don't do that.
No, that's another like
people don't do that anymore.
core memory of mine. Yeah. Is going home for lunch.
That is so cool.
I used to love it. And I used to like literally like I would like get in bed and like nap. It was like you got like 30 minutes.
Yeah. How did you have time to eat and take a nap?
Yeah. I was probably eating in bed too. Nasty. So, but yeah.
So I need you to give me a quote that you live by every day.
I don't know who said this. I read it in a book one time, one of the only books I've ever read.
Not a reader.
Yeah, no. I like always joke, I say I can't read. It's like I have really bad dyslexia. Like words just look the same. But it's kind of so cringy, but it's like goals are dreams with your work boots on. Isn't that cute? It's
so
very
cute.
like it should be like on like a canvas hanging on somebody's wall, but it's fine. I really like it.
I think we need to make this canvas for you.
Yeah. I'll hang it in my kitchen.
Oh my God, I'm making this for you. This will be fun.
Yeah. I always like that one. I think it's really cute.
That's really cute.
Yeah.
That's a cute one. So tell everyone where they can find your stuff.
Yeah, so it's actually, my website is carlyfolianutrition.com. And then you can follow Prep by Carly on Instagram.
So you heard her. Go on her pages. Carly is the best in the city. She is going to help you start your fitness journey with delicious food. And if you have no time to make food, she has you covered. So thank you so much for watching. Please make sure that you like and subscribe. We are on YouTube, iHeart, Spotify, and what is the other thing that we're on? Apple. I keep messing that up, but that is what we're on. Please, you know, keep watching our episodes. We really appreciate it. And remember, keep your eyes on the city and your ears on the buzz. Yeah!